Can you say hello to the cuties? That's not a good hello. Hi, cuties! Hello! How's everybody doing? Thanks for answering for them, Sam. We're gonna attempt to do a Q&A video that I promised for, but due to unfortunate circumstances, I was unable to make this video last week. So we're doing it now, and I have all of your questions. I'm sorry, all of your questions here. I have Sam here. I have Lucy and Pi there. Lucy is cleaning out Pi's ear for us, apparently. If you can see her, I'm not sure. And Sam, who is going to be screeching this entire time, because that's what he does. All right, can you say hello? Thank you! Phyllis on Facebook asked, do you or your mother knit? And if you do, can you make pink pussy hat? I do not knit at all. I am a terrible knitter. My mother used to, but since an injury from staying at the hospital with an IV hitting a nerve, she can no longer move her thumb. So she can't knit anymore, but my sister knits. So if you want her to make you the pink pussy hats, you have to ask her. And you can contact her via Tumblr, the almighty M. Chelsea on Facebook has 3 questions for me. Number 1, if there was a story you could write but for one reason or another can't write now, what would it be and why? I actually have 2 stories. Where are you going? 2 stories in my head right now that I really want to write. I have several others. But there's 2 that I will be writing. They're both inspired a bit out of anger for a lot of things in the world right now, and anger towards a lot of common themes I see in young adult literature. So those are my things I really want to write, and I've been plotting them out in my head, but the reason I don't write them right now is because I'm trying to finish my second book for the Ashport Archive series. Once I complete that, I might give Ashport a little break and work on one of those. Our second question is, do you think you will ever try to live in Japan again or another country? If another country, what would it be and why? I don't know if I'll ever live in Japan again because I now have him, and birds last a long time, and I have them, and I'd have to be able to take all 3 of these guys with me in order to live in another country. So right now, no, but I would love to visit again. But if I were to choose a different country from Japan to live in, apparently my subconscious says Denmark. I've had now 2 dreams where I have been living in Denmark, and I don't know why. Do you want to go to Denmark? You want to go? You guys want to go to Denmark? Yeah, apparently. You really want to go to... Do you want to go to Denmark? Apparently, Pi really wants to go to Denmark. Our third question. What is one of your current guilty pleasures? A lesser-known book, chocolate, etc. I used to have guilty pleasures, but then I stopped feeling guilty about them. So, for a while, Girl Meets World was a guilty pleasure, but I'm like, well, I'm not ashamed of this. I loved Boy Meets World growing up, and I love the show Girl Meets World, and I really hope that someone else picks it up because Disney's stupid and has canceled the show. And I think that either Netflix or Hulu or Amazon or somebody should pick up Girl Meets World. So there you go. There is a sort of guilty pleasure. I'm not ashamed of watching the show. I'm ashamed of how much time it has consumed when I should be doing other things like writing Ashport Archives. And that is watching 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. Paula, hey Paula, on Facebook asked, what has pleasantly surprised you the most as your new job as a trainer? Had a lot of fun, actually. Despite my dislike of children for the most part, I've taught a lot of children how to train dogs. That's one of my specialties at work. And there's a few kids that have really taken well to that. B Koala on Tumblr asked 2 questions. Number 1, what instrument have you always wanted to play but never learned? I too have wanted to learn piano and the guitar. But I think if I wanted to go a little bit more obscure, I would say French horn. I would really love to learn the French horn. Or the shamisen would be really cool. Because then I could do taiko and shamisen. I had 1 lesson in shamisen, and it's really hard. So I'd like to get more lessons in that. What do you think of the effect of a certain old white male president whose name rhymes with dump has and will have on minority groups in America. Being the Harry Potter nerd that I am, I'm going to describe this using a Harry Potter quote, specifically Mr. Ollivander. He who must not be named did great things. Terrible, but great. Danielle on YouTube asks, what are some of your favorite books of all time, and how is your writing going? Obviously Harry Potter. When I was really young, I loved Goosebumps and Animorphs a lot. I liked the Maze Runner series and the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. Those are good. Lemony Snicket. And the Divine Comedy. I remember studying it in high school, and we only read Inferno, but I liked Inferno so much that I wanted to read Purgatorio and Paradiso. And I have them now. What are you doing? And I was so excited to read them, and then they weren't as great as Inferno. So, but Divine Comedy is, if I want to look like a snobbish literary person, I will say that. Yeah. Goosebumps in the Divine Comedy. There we go. How's my writing going? It's going. It would go faster if I would stop watching 8 out of 10 Castos Countdown. I'm almost done. I'm on the very last chapter, as of this moment. Octoberg on YouTube asks, how long did it take for you to be fluent or fluent enough to hold a conversation in Japanese? And did you self-teach or did you have lessons? A little of both. I would say it took me a year because I went and did an immersion program basically at the university. No one spoke English there. So I had to, learn or suffer. And I chose to learn and suffer a little bit. I kind of just kept that level. Since studying in ACTA, the most studying I've really done is the occasional JLPT book, but I've never actually finished a JLPT book. And I've relied a lot on just conversation with people and my coworkers in my other jobs, watching Japanese TV, listening to Japanese music, and I've just kind of kept a solid N3 level while occasionally attempting to do some N2 stuff. On an N2 test, now, I wouldn't pass, but I'd maybe get half points. I did actually have a fun conversation at work. I was talking with a lady who was enrolling her dog in my class, and we talked about how I lived in Japan because it comes up. They always ask, my history, what I've been doing with my life. And then she ran and grabbed her dad, who came, and he's just, standard old white man dad. And he comes up and asks me, Nihongo ga wakarimasu ka? And I'm like, wakarimasu yo! And we had a full-on conversation. That was fun. So there's a pleasantly surprising thing at work. Yeni on YouTube asks, what places have you visited? And what places would you want to travel to in the future? And she has a second question, but I'll stop there. I've been, obviously, to Japan. All around Japan. I have, if you do the highway routes between Colorado and Minnesota, all of those states, including the 2 different routes you can take, so through the Nebraska route and Iowa, and then through the South Dakota route, because I've been to Mount Rushmore now. And then from Colorado to California, I've driven through, Nevada and Utah to get to California, because I've done a few conventions there, and a few band trips to Disney. And then I've been to Winnipeg for choir tours, and I've been to Baltimore for my sister's wedding. I would love to do, tours of almost every country in the freaking world, but my first 2 goals are to do something in Europe, maybe Denmark. No, I've been actually in talks with my mum about Italy. We've talked about that, or Harry Potter World in Florida, and DC, because she wants to go there, also to see my sister. I would love to travel some more Asian countries. I would love to travel a lot of Europe and a lot of Indo-Eurasia, I guess, and Africa and Australia, and hell, throw it in there, Antarctica. Why not? I just want to go everywhere. Yani's second question is, do you get writer's block, and how do you combat it? Oh boy, do I get a writer's block. I get it really well. To combat it, I don't. No. Sometimes I don't, and I just kind of sit there and feel like an idiot. Other times I turn off all internet. I put my phone way away from me. I put on some instrumental music, some soundtracks of movies. That's my writing music. I'll force myself to write. Even if I don't like what I've written, I'll just keep it for now, and then I do the big edit later. So I just force myself. Occasionally I'll take the dogs on a walk to also clear the mind, because sometimes walking helps come up with the other ideas I need to get to the point that I want to get to. But turning off Wi-Fi, taking dogs on a walk, listening to good music usually help me get out of a writer's block. Solar Macia on YouTube asked a couple questions. Are you still studying Japanese while in America? Not really. Are you doing anything to maintain your Japanese? Not really. Do you still watch any anime at the moment? If so, which ones? At the moment, no. I do have a long list. I definitely need to watch Yuri on Ice. I definitely need to watch that one. I've seen all the gift sets from it, and I want to watch that. But that's probably the top one that everyone tells me to go watch. How many hours a week do you typically spend on writing your second book, Return of the Hopway? I believe that is the name. It is actually Memory of the Hoopway. If that helps you. Sorry, it's okay. I haven't released a whole lot of information about it. I try to spend at least 20 hours a week on it. It's like a part-time job. But it's not always guaranteed, because I keep getting called in, or I have to do something for my parents, or handle these guys. So my time doing things that I like and love is severely diminished now, with all kinds of fun responsibilities. With being a pet mom. Yeah. I have to take care of you. That is all the questions that I had from you guys on the various social medias. I hope you guys enjoyed this screeching video and dogfighting video. This does not go at all as how I imagined it would. So I apologize for that. But I hope you guys can understand the chaos that is my life now. And I will see you in the future eventually. Possibly, probably another pajama talk. Because I haven't done those in a while. But I can talk, I swear. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go before he starts flying around the room and hurts himself. Because he's not clipped. Bye! The heater won't turn off yet. It takes forever to turn off. I know. Hello? 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 Someone gets jealous. You get jealous. Alright, go. Go get him. No! Go get the bed. Go get Oh, I'm covered in animals. Alright, honey, I was gonna start filming. I love you too. Go get him. Go get him. No. Girls, we're gonna film a video now. Is everyone on board for a video? We're doing a Q&A. Can you maybe pull it together? Can everyone pull it together? No? No? My house has become a little zoo. Oh, this is splendid. Splendid video right now. Can you keep it together? You just chill out. Nope, apparently not. I'm gonna run out my battery doing this. Eventually I've got myself a dinosaur here. Yeah. Maybe in the video he'll make some of his raptor noises. Or those two will in the back. But he's pretty much a he's pretty much a velociraptor. Right? That's what you are, right? Yeah. So who knows? Pretty birdie! Pretty birdie! You guys, enough. That's not a real dog. That's just you. That's just you in the mirror. This is turning out to be a great video already. I have dogs fighting on the bed and him in my ear. A Denmark and the W are very different things, girls. Denmark does not equal a WALK. You are! What are you doing? What are you doing? You're gonna get eaten by a dog. You're gonna get eaten by a dog. She's right down there. You almost went right into her mouth. Do you realize that Lucy was right below you? And you're like, I think I'll go down to my cage. And she was like, yeah, come down here. It'll be great. You almost got eaten on camera. On camera.